one race yesterday that was still inconclusive, but we got some real good indications out of it. It's Arkansas Senate. This is Blanche Lincoln last night. She won, but she's got a runoff facing. She just very narrowly beat her Democratic challenger. Take a look.
This race is about us. It's about you and me, and it's not about these outside groups and what they think or who they are. It is about us as Arkansans. And the people of Arkansas have spoken. The people of Arkansas have spoken. We want to control our own destiny, and we will.
Still unclear whether Blanche Lincoln will be part of the we in that equation, but she's going to give it a shot.
I can't imagine who she's talking about.
No one involved in that. Karen Tumulty joins us now from the Washington Post. It's post-politics time. Right. We love it. Karen, let's start with the big takeaways. Pennsylvania 12, I think, surprised a lot of people. They thought it would at least be close, but to see Democrats win this big, what are the takeaways?
Well, I do think that it does suggest, first of all, that maybe all these predictions of a massive sweep in November for the Republicans, that they take back the House, that it tempers those. But you're right, that was the surprise last night. The other races, I think, as interesting and colorful as they were, they kind of just confirmed what we thought we already knew about what's going on in this campaign season. That, I think, both parties would be smart to take and look and sort of refine their messages to whatever lessons they may have learned.
And because of specifically that point, do you think that secretly, or maybe not so secretly, there's actually a bit of a sigh of relief in the White House today that Joe Sestak is going to be their nominee and not Arlen Specter this November?
You know, it was interesting because I think on both ends of Pennsylvania Avenue, you've been hearing a lot of people saying kind of privately over the last couple of weeks, well, maybe he isn't the worst candidate for us to have in November. So, maybe it's rationalization, but it's also, I think, perhaps a reflection of reality.
We put the question out to Twitter for winners and losers out of the day, and got lots of colorful responses on it. But one I think pretty clear winner is the Tea Partiers. I mean, they get this big win. They also keep in mind it was some of that same energy that forced Arlen Specter out of the Republican Party in the first place. And you can a couple of points there to do it. But where do they build on from this? They have now the Republican nominee, and they're likely to win this one in the fall. Where does the Tea Party go from here?
Well, I think they have to figure out a lot of things. For one thing, the Tea Party right now, Newt Gingrich compares them to the committees of correspondence in American history before the Revolutionary War. I think at this point they are a collection of frustrations, but I don't think, as Congressman McCarthy suggested yet for his own party, that they are quite yet at a point of actually having a specific platform.
You were saying that we did confirm some of the things we knew about this cycle, and certainly that Insider Washington thing is toxic. We've now seen in that very clubby 100-member group of the Senate, 2 senators in the last couple of weeks lose their jobs from intra-party battles. Blanche Lincoln not out of the woods yet. John McCain obviously has a safer race there, but still got a contest. Do you expect that we're going to see maybe some other incumbent senators fall in their own party this cycle?
Well, I still think John McCain is going to be the most fascinating race to watch. And of course, that does take us all the way to August.
Well, that's good because we want to spread this fun out as much as possible. But let's talk a minute about Arlen Specter. The White House tried to be at arm's length with all of this, but they convinced him to leave the party. They said they'd be there for him. Does this call into question at all their oomph, their political operation, what they can get done for people?
Oh, I think so, and it's not just there. It's in it's in Illinois, where the president's own home state, where they weren't able to get their own favored candidate to run for the Senate. I do think
Vice President couldn't get his son to run in Delaware.
Right, exactly.
So. Go ahead.
So that certainly does call into question maybe we're just past the era of political bosses.
Yeah.
That's even a boss like the president. Even that kind of operation doesn't seem to necessarily resonate or have that kind of sway anymore.
That's right, because I just think the whole party structure is not what it used to be, and in large part, by the way, because of a lot of the campaign finance reforms that have been enacted over the past year.
And quickly, your sense of Blanche Lincoln, she pulled up. She was number 1 yesterday, but very close race, and we're going to have now a runoff. Is she out of the woods in your mind, or is it?
Oh, not at all.
Yeah.
And I think her challenge, and I think she's gotten better at it in recent weeks, is to sort of portray herself as a different kind of incumbent, a uniquely Arkansan incumbent.
Right. Well, and everyone wants to be that different kind of candidate this time around, no doubt. Karen Tumulty, Washington Post, postpolitics.com. We appreciate you being here.
Thanks
Thank
a
you
lot.
very much. Love having you. That does it for this edition of Top Line. Be sure to click us on again tomorrow.
Twitter.com/TheNote. We can't, there's not going to be any more primaries like this. That's the only.